having a rematch of their earlier fight won by Casamayor next week. From what you see, do you think that Morales is at that level?
Oh, yes. No doubt about it. He's at that level and more. You would see better of him if he hadn't absorbed so many body punches earlier. He just didn't think this guy could put it to him like that.
I don't know. I'll be interested to see. Casamayor, to me, has improved tremendously over the course of the past 3 years and is an exceptionally sturdy 130-pound fighter with a lot of craft. Of course, Morales, if he catches him with one big shot, could possibly beat Casamayor. Or anybody, for that matter.
Seldom you're going to run into a fighter that can give it and take it like Morales. It's just seldom. This guy's once. You're not going to see that.
Certainly he's about as crowd-pleasing a fighter as there could possibly be.
He's willing to take it and give it. You're going to really have to put your boxing shoes on if you're going to fight this guy. At any weight.
There's a hard right hand by Morales. Solid, clean right cross shot. One of his better punches in the last 3 rounds. Chavez just doesn't stop. Keeps coming with that left hand.
Sometimes you reach down in your corner, think you should get him. You got power, but don't allow guys to hit you in the body and think you'll be strong in the last round. Now Morales is using his boxing skill. He's jab and circles.
Chavez's head. Chavez stalking and ripping to the body with the left hooks. Remember, in case you've tuned in mid-fight, the big scoring difference, Erik Morales knocked Jesus Chavez down twice in the second round. It's a 10-7 round on the Harold Letterman scorecard, and so far, the big differentiator in the fight.
Those right hand, one after another by Morales, keeps him in the fight, in the scoring column.
Chopping right hand lands there. Chavez jumping into the left hooks he brings back.
That left hand has got to be pretty tight by Chavez.
He's thrown about 1 right hand punch in the last 4 rounds.
It's the last round.
Take that right hand.
He's getting it. Dámelo.
Touch him up in the middle. We're gonna tape this. It's loose a little bit. Got a tape loose over here. I'm gonna retape that. Okay, please. Take it. All right.
Come on, let me work this.
Respira duro.
Deep breath.
Estira las piernas.
Okay, stretch your legs out.
We got it, yeah.
Que no se diga que se quedó. No, no, échele todo.
Okay, give it all you got. This is the end.
Ya está bien cansado.
He's tired.
Sube tus manos y mueve la cintura. Pasos laterales. Vamos, para
Está todo, Está todo,
You gotta give it all.
La distancia.
Yeah, keep your distance.
No está bien, pero trabaja la distancia.
The way this fight began, you wouldn't have given a plug nickel for the chance we were going to be watching these 2 guys enter the 12th. I mean, this began with fireworks in the first, fireworks in the second. Very rough fight.
Whoa, right hand came alive once.
And again.
He saved it for the last round.
Blood streaming from Morales' right eye now. Chavez landed a left hook there.
You may have seen momentarily how Chavez shook his right hand.
Yep.
Last round, he said, I can do it. He's a brave man, that's Chavez.
Hey, Chavez is a famous fighting name, incidentally. And on the undercard tonight, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. got his 5th consecutive professional win. 18 years old, his daddy was in the corner.
Here's the guy, Morales. How many fights can he still have in him like this?
What do you think, George? Has he unnecessarily shortened his career with his style?
Too many fights, hard fight. I'm going to sit down here and enjoy one of the best fights I've seen in a long time. The last minute.
We wanted to make a good one for you, George.
This was good.
This is the 47th fight of Erik Morales' career. He's still only 27, but a lot of them have been knockdown, drag-out battles like this. Still, the resilient warrior hangs in and shows his courage, his competitiveness, and his toughness as he tries to finish out an apparent win over a determined, courageous, won't take no for an answer, Jesus Chavez.
I would just like for my last fight to be an excellent job by the judges as well.
Would that mean a close unanimous decision for Erik Morales?
I just want a good call.
Crowd loves it in the MGM Grand. Everybody up. A salute to two fighters who have put on a tremendous show. Just a great, great fight. Marked by Jesus Chavez. Courageous effort, fighting the last half of the fight with one hand. And a big rally down the stretch by Erik Morales.
Chavez cannot even raise up both hands, Chavez.
It was a solid win for the former featherweight Morales as he moved up in weight, but it by no means suggests that he's going to be as dominant in the lightweight divisions as he was in the featherweight divisions. If he's going to fight the likes of Corrales and Casamayor and then go up into the lightweights, he will have his work cut out for him.
He's going to need to box more, isn't he, George? I mean, can he risk his body this much going up to 30 and 35?
Boy, he's taking too many beatings. He's given a lot, but he's taking too much. But I still believe he can go in with anyone.
Harold, how do you have it at the end of the finish of the fight?
Okay, Jim. 116, 110, 8 rounds to 4. Erik El Terrible Morales. Jesus Chavez, a beautiful, gallant effort, fought with one hand from the 8th round on. I thought he did enough, certainly, to pull out rounds 8 and 11, at least with that left to the body. But, you know, you're fighting at a terrible disadvantage with only one arm. Erik Morales, on the other end, very sharp with the uppercut, very sharp with the overhand right. He looks busted up, but he lands the sharpest shots. 116, 110, Morales.
All right, let's take a look at the 3 judges who will be scoring the fight. Bert Clements from Nevada, and he was one of the scorers who had Erik Morales quite correctly beating Paulie Ayala about a year and a half ago. John Keane from England. He was one of the judges who scored Corey Spinks, a clear winner in December 13 in Atlantic City against Ricardo Mayorga, one of the bigger upsets toward the end of the year, and Daniel van de Wiele of Belgium. And you can see that he was a scorer in the Staples Center in Los Angeles. The fight, Korea's Im Jin-chi against Erik Morales, scored it for Morales. Very tough fight. That scorecard in line with all others. Now let's go to ring announcer Michael Buffer and find out the scores for this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, the MGM Grand of Las Vegas has a glorious tradition of great moments in boxing history, and tonight was no exception. A round of applause for these two 130-pound warriors in this ring here tonight. We go to the scorecards. Bert Clements scores it 118 to 108. David Van de Wiele 117 to 109. John Keane 115 to 112. All for the winner by unanimous decision. Now a 3-time world champion de la Zona Norte, Tijuana, Mexico, Erik El Terrible Morales.
So Morales gets the win on 2 of the scorecards by a slightly wider score than might have been expected. 115-112 by English judge John Keane. That sounds more in keeping with the fight that we saw.
And I'm happy. My last boxing match, an honest decision. I think I'm really thankful and happy.
Very nice. They did it for you, George.
They did. They did.
And here's the last punch stat that George Foreman will observe as a commentator. Chavez landing 204 out of 788. Morales landing 49 punches more, throwing 68 punches more, connecting at a slightly higher percentage. Power shots, George. Your stock in trade. Chavez 119 out of 351. Morales landing 54 more, throwing 207 more power shots, and that's a little surprising when you consider how active Chavez was through the second half of the fight, even with only one arm. Chavez landing at the slightly higher connect percentage. Let's go to Larry Merchant with the new 130-pound titleist, Erik Morales.
All right, thank you very much, Jim. First, Julio Cesar Chavez just put this belt around your waist. You and he are the only